Quickscoping is Call of Duty's greatest pastime. There's nothing more satisfying than pulling up and hitting a one-shot, one-kill when it matters most. We all remember growing up watching our favorite players hit shot after shot on these insane highlight montage reels. But in Modern Warfare 2019, has Infinity Ward taken realism so far that they've ruined their greatest pastime? Let's find out. Hey, what's up and welcome everyone. Isaac here. I appreciate you stopping by, clicking on the channel. If you're new here, take a look up in the top right hand corner. We've got what's called the Don't Waste Your Timeline. You can see what we're going to talk about and when we're going to talk about it. And that being said, in today's video especially, everything kind of leads to the next. The context from the previous points really build up, so I'd encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the entire video with me. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit a like, hit a subscription, and of course let me know in the comments. I'm a growing channel, how I can improve in the future, because I'm excited to grow for you. That being said, we're comparing Modern Warfare to Black Ops 4. So here we've got the Modern Warfare AX-50 sniper rifle. It feels incredible when you hit someone, usually from the chest up, it's an instant kill, but it feels a little sluggish and it kind of wobbles around as you finally get that scope zoomed in all the way. The Paladin in Black Ops 4, which is another 50 cal sniper rifle, it's snappy. It's a lot quicker, and then whenever that sight picture comes up, the scope just all of a sudden pops into full view. You'll see what I'm talking about here when we go into the slow motion. Now, I broke it down frame by frame. In Modern Warfare, it takes 19 frames for you to start moving to get fully zoomed in. In Black Ops, it only takes 13 frames. So Modern Warfare is 46% slower than Black Ops 4. Think about that, 46% that you have to change from one game to the next. But here's where it's important. In Modern Warfare, you get this really long delayed kind of scoop as your scope comes up into your face. But in Black Ops 4, you have only one frame where it seems a little bit off kilter and then it snaps in. You acquire your sight picture, you acquire everything that's in front of you so quickly. Like if you watch here, Black Ops 4 on the right. We get one kind of awkward frame, bam, on center. Whereas in Modern Warfare on the left, you're still scooping up, okay, now we're centered up. So the impact on gameplay is huge. When we think about Black Ops 4, when you acquire a target so much quicker, it's so much easier, it's so much more pleasant to quickscope, right? Because that's how I quickscope. I zoom in, I see my sight picture, I see where my crosshairs are lined up, I make a micro adjustment, and then I shoot. So I generally have the target in the center of my crosshair the entire time, even when I'm not aiming down sights, and then I just make that little micro adjustment, flick, shoot, done. But you can't pull that off in Modern Warfare. Even some of my favorite shots, like here, you know, I can hit some pretty cool jump shots because you're 46% slower in Modern Warfare and the entire movement mobility feels more grounded. I feel like these shots are going to be a thing of the past. And even more so, you know, it would be one thing to say, okay, just hit your shots, kid, aim in at the right spot, and shoot immediately. That's quickscoping. But something you haven't seen yet that we're going to talk about later, the flinch, the aim punch, when you're aiming at someone and they shoot at you, is terrible in Modern Warfare. So, can you quickscope in Modern Warfare? Kinda. I mean, here's the reality of it. If you're in a situation like this, like 50 cal v 50 cal, most of the time you're going to be aiming down a lane, just trying to clear it out, hard scoping the entire time. If you're trying to be fancy and hit a quick scope, that may work in situations like this where you're playing against, you know, either someone else with a 50 cal or someone here, I got a little lucky, not the most talented player in the world. But that ADS time, that jump time, it all just feels so sluggish. But if I'm playing against players with, you know, actual weapons who can hit their shots, I got a little lucky against this guy, you're not going to have that luck. If you get into a gunfight and someone shoots you first, you're done. Watch how much my recoil kicks up right here. I'm sliding over, I'm ready to take a shot, and I'm all over the place. It's terrible. It used to be that you could take a couple shots, and so long as you were hitting your chest or your headshot, like, you could eat those bullets and win the fight. Not anymore. Watch again. When you play it in slow-mo, you see how jarring it is to try to quickscope in this game. See, we've talked about in some of my previous videos about how the aim down sight speed and especially the sprint out time has increased drastically in this game. But, you know, granted, okay, a lot of these snipers aren't fully decked out. When I was doing the comparison between the AX-50 and the Paladin, they were both completely bare. They didn't have any attachments. But at least in Black Ops 4, it felt like it was a trade. You know, if you hit your shot, you were fine. The flinch wasn't that bad. But you can see here, I'm swooping down towards the target. I'm on his level. I zoom in, and I'm trying to quickscope and hit that shot. But the bullet goes 5 feet over his head because the aim punch is egregious in this game. And so what this ends up doing is it's starting to reward players from never trying to get themselves in any sort of engagement. It's going to be, you know, like real life snipers, where if you're going to snipe, you're going to be way in the back of the map. You don't want to engage with anyone. The idea of you getting shot, or even the enemy knowing where they're getting shot from, minus a giant lens flare that they put in this game, you know, it's something that you want to be completely foreign. You don't want anyone to know where you're at. And so it ends up with this really campy Claymore playstyle. Right? You guys have seen this. You know what the meta is. You've been killed by people like this before. And I had to play like this just to kind of prove where this game is headed because of how they're playing snipers. And you guys have all seen this before, right? You've got the guy with 2 claymores, a shield, and then he's got restock, so he gets more claymores, and he always has EOD equipped, so you can't even like flush him out with the frag, and then he just sits there, never plays the objective, and of course it's team deathmatch here, so it really doesn't matter too much. But you get the point. They sit back, they don't actually engage in full-up teamfights, which is okay to an extent, right? That's part of the way that snipers should be played in this game. But you don't get the choice. You don't get the choice to have that fun, dynamic gameplay that, you know, we grew up loving to play. You get these players who now just have to sit back for the entire game at a time, and then they don't die very often if they play it right, and they build up their score streaks. Doesn't take them, you know, too long. It gets to the point where they all start to compile. People get frustrated. They rush in, they full send. You get some people that don't know how to play against campers too well, so I'm getting more free Claymore kills. I'm getting my UAVs, then I'm getting my VTOL, then I'm going to get my support helo. And it's not enjoyable for me. Like, you can see here, I'm sitting here with my Deagle. I'm trying to play this camping playstyle, and I can't even do it out of my own sanity. I'm trying to do this type of playstyle just so I can get clips for it, because I know this is how people are playing the game, but it's terrible. I want a full send. I want that super high risk, high reward, that if I don't hit my shot, I'm dead. But if I hit something, not only does it look sweet, but if you die by a quickscoper, it's like, okay, like I got styled on. That wasn't so bad. But right now when you're dying by snipers, it's not like, ooh, oh, he got me, dude. He styled on me. It's, oh, he held L2 for 30 seconds, and someone walked across his crosshair, and he pressed R2, and he got a kill. Smile. Like, that's not fun. That's not what I want this game to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm super excited about the way Modern Warfare is being made. I really love the realism that they're crafting into this game, but come on, man. Quickscoping, like, we grew up watching our favorite players and all these, you know, super corny, think like 2008 music video highlight montages, and those days are gone. Like, claymores, restock, and hard scoping is the unfortunate meta for snipers. Now, granted, there's supposed to be a marksman rifle that's coming out, the Mark II, that says it's going to be a one-shot kill from the chest or the head, which could be, you know, an exciting gun if there is a fast aim down sight time. It's not as sluggish, right? Maybe make it a little bit more like the Black Ops 4 Paladin. That could potentially be the viable option, and maybe that's where they're going with that gun class, right? Trying to find that happy medium where you have snipers that are your hard set, camping, full range, you know, low risk, low reward. You're not going to get massive kill games. People are going to stop going down the lanes you're sniping. Maybe that's their vision. They really want dedicated snipers, and then they want the dedicated, you know, mid-range quickscoping. Who knows? I'm excited to see where this game has gone. They've been really responsive so far. Perhaps there's some high-level attachments that will really allow for that high-style quickscoping to be a thing, but right now it's pretty boring. You know, there's nothing more satisfying than getting a one-shot, one-kill, but not when it's like this. Not like this. And to be fair, there are going to be players that blow up Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, with some insane quickscopes. Maybe an entire freaking montage of it, right? But don't let that fool you into thinking that it's sustainable. Because of the way that they've crafted this game, quickscoping is not as reliable as it was in Black Ops 4. I could grind this game out for 12 hours a day and get some pretty nasty quickscope clips, but it's not going to be worth it, right? My gameplay experience is going to be ruined because it's so inconsistent, because they've changed the game so much. It's like the guys who try to run around with knives and throwing knives only. Like, there's kind of a meme to it that it's funny that if you're dying, you really don't care that much. But that's never been quickscoping. Quickscoping has always been kind of an option, and now it's hardly an option at all. And I get it. They wanted more grounded gameplay. They wanted to bring the Modern Warfare 2019 back back to Earth, right? Literally, right? Some of the previous games were in space. But I think it's a little too far. I've got way too much nostalgia for Call of Duty in terms of quickscoping, and I think it's too far. What do you guys think? I'm not going to sit here and talk your ear off the rest of the day. Let me know what your thoughts are on quickscoping. Are you excited to see what the future changes are with maybe future attachments? Or is it all pretty much, you know, a lost cause for you and you're just running around with the MP5 like me? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. If you didn't, please comment down below constructively. Let me know how I can improve. I'm really excited. I'm going to be putting on a lot of content on Modern Warfare, so you're going to be seeing more of me. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much. I will catch you on the next one. New videos coming out every day. I've also got streams as well, so make sure to drop a follow on my Twitch. The link's in the description. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you on the next one. Peace.